listen carefully. Before you rush into another busy moment, before you let the noise of the world pull your attention in every direction, pause and hear this truth. I have already made a powerful move in your life. What you thought was delay was not delay. What looked like silence was not absence. I was working beneath the surface, arranging what you could not yet see, shifting what needed to move, and preparing you for a level of clarity you had never carried before. You wondered why certain doors closed without warning. You questioned why some people suddenly grew distant, why conversations changed, why familiar paths felt uncomfortable. But understand this. When I begin a new work in your life, I first clear the ground. I remove what once distracted you so you can recognize what truly strengthens you. The confusion you experienced was not punishment. It was preparation. The stillness you felt was not emptiness. It was the moment before transformation. The world teaches people to react quickly, to speak loudly, to fight every battle that appears in front of them. But I have been teaching you something different. I have been teaching you the strength of stillness. I have been shaping your thoughts so that you no longer respond to every noise, every opinion, every provocation. Instead, you pause. You observe. You choose your steps carefully. That is not weakness. That is wisdom growing inside you. Many around you still live inside reaction. They move according to emotion, pressure, and fear. But you are learning to move according to purpose. And when purpose begins guiding your decisions, everything changes. The same words that once provoked you now pass by without power. The same situations that once drained your energy now reveal their true nature. This is the powerful move I made within you. I did not simply change your circumstances. I changed the way you think. Because once your thinking shifts, the entire battlefield changes. You used to feel the need to explain yourself to everyone. You felt responsible for making people understand your intentions. But now you are discovering something deeper. Not everyone is assigned to understand you. Some are meant only to observe your growth from a distance. And that realization frees you from the exhausting cycle of defending your peace. There were people who studied your reactions. They knew which words would provoke you, which moments would pull you into arguments, which situations would cause you to doubt yourself. But the version of you they studied no longer exists. I have been renewing your mind. I have been teaching you restraint. And restraint is one of the strongest forms of power. When you choose silence instead of argument, confusion begins to fall apart around you. When you refuse to participate in chaos, the system that depended on your reaction collapses. That is why some people feel uneasy around you now. They cannot predict you anymore. They cannot manipulate the version of you that has learned to pause before responding. You might not always notice it, but the atmosphere changes when you enter a room carrying clarity. Peace has a presence. Wisdom has a weight. When your thoughts become aligned with truth, your presence begins to influence the space around you. You no longer chase validation because you understand that your identity does not come from the approval of people. It comes from the purpose I placed inside you. And purpose always produces discernment. Discernment allows you to recognize the difference between attention and genuine care. It helps you see when kindness is being misused and when your energy is being taken without appreciation. This awareness does not make you cold. It makes you wise. I did not shape you to be hard-hearted. I shaped you to be clear-minded. There was a time when pain felt like something that only weakened you. But look again. The experiences that once hurt you most have become the very lessons that now protect you. Every moment of disappointment trained your perception. Every season of silence sharpened your understanding. You learned how to listen not only to words, but also to intentions. That is why you now sense shifts before they fully appear. You notice patterns that once went unnoticed. You recognize when something is misaligned. This is not suspicion. This is discernment. I refined your awareness so you would no longer be easily deceived. But this transformation requires something from you as well. Growth must be practiced daily. Every morning brings a choice. Return to the old patterns of reaction, or walk forward in the clarity I have already placed within you. Choose peace when arguments attempt to pull you in. Choose patience when pressure tries to rush your decisions. Choose wisdom when emotion attempts to cloud your judgment. If this message speaks to your spirit, pause for a moment and respond in faith. Type "yes" in the comments if you believe that a powerful shift has already begun in your life. Let that simple word become your declaration that you are walking in clarity instead of confusion. And as you continue listening, remember this: the work I have started in you is not finished. This is only the beginning of a deeper transformation. Every day I am strengthening your mind, guiding your steps, and teaching you how to guard your peace. Do not underestimate the power of a calm spirit guided by truth. Now, if these words bring encouragement to your heart, take a moment to support this ministry. Like this message, subscribe to the channel, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and consider supporting the ministry through the link given below. When messages like this reach more people, lives are strengthened, minds are renewed, and hearts rediscover hope. Listen carefully again, because the move I made in your life did not stop with giving you clarity and discipline. There is another layer to this transformation that many people around you cannot yet see. While others measure change by outward success, I measure it by the condition of your heart and the strength of your mind. And what I have been building inside you is far more powerful than anything that can be seen on the surface. There was a time when you searched for peace in circumstances. You believed that if the right people stayed, if the right opportunities appeared, if the right situations aligned, then your life would finally feel stable. But I allowed certain things to shift so you could discover a deeper truth. Peace does not come from perfect surroundings. It comes from alignment within. That is why some of the changes you experienced felt uncomfortable at first. You felt like you were standing between two versions of yourself. One version was familiar but limited. The other version was stronger but unfamiliar. And in that space of transition, you sometimes questioned whether you were truly moving forward. But you were. Every moment you chose patience instead of reaction, you were moving forward. Every time you refused to return to habits that once drained your energy, you were moving forward. Every decision you made with wisdom instead of impulse strengthened the foundation I was building in your life. Transformation rarely announces itself loudly. It grows quietly through consistent choices. Many people expect growth to appear like a sudden miracle, but real change often happens through daily discipline. It happens when you wake up and choose clarity before chaos. It happens when you guard your thoughts from negativity. It happens when you speak words that build instead of words that destroy. And this is where your influence begins to expand. You may not realize it yet, but your presence carries a different energy now. People notice when someone walks into a room without needing attention. They notice when someone remains calm in situations where others panic. They notice when someone refuses to participate in gossip, arguments, and unnecessary conflict. Your peace becomes a message without words. Some will feel encouraged by it. They will sense that stability is possible. They will see that a life guided by wisdom is stronger than a life driven by constant reaction. But others may feel uncomfortable because your clarity exposes confusion they have not yet addressed in themselves. Do not let that discourage you. Not everyone will understand the journey you are on. Some will interpret your boundaries as distance. Others may misunderstand your silence as indifference. But remember this truth: clarity often looks unfamiliar to people who are used to chaos. Your responsibility is not to convince everyone of your intentions. Your responsibility is to remain aligned with the purpose I placed in you. Continue walking with patience. Continue choosing thoughtful responses instead of emotional reactions. Continue protecting the peace that has been forming within you. Because peace is not weakness. Peace is discipline. There are still moments ahead when challenges will appear. Situations will arise that attempt to pull you back into old patterns. Words may be spoken that attempt to provoke you. Circumstances may arise that test your patience. But those moments are not meant to defeat you. They are opportunities to demonstrate the strength you have been developing. Each time you respond with wisdom instead of anger, your influence grows. Each time you remain calm when others expect chaos, your clarity becomes visible. Each time you choose purpose instead of distraction, your path becomes stronger. That is how transformation becomes visible to the world. It is not through loud declarations or dramatic displays. It is through steady consistency. It is through the quiet confidence of someone who understands where they are going and refuses to be pulled away by every passing opinion. And as you continue walking this path, you will begin to notice something remarkable. The same discipline that protects your peace will also begin to open new opportunities. When your thoughts become clear, your decisions become stronger. When your decisions become stronger, your direction becomes clearer. Clarity attracts progress. That is why your focus matters so much now. Guard your thoughts carefully. Do not allow distractions to pull you away from the vision that has been forming in your heart. The world will always offer noise, but wisdom grows in stillness. Take time to reflect. Take time to listen. Take time to strengthen the inner world that guides your outer actions. And if you can feel this shift continuing inside you right now, respond in faith. Comment, "I receive this clarity." If you are choosing wisdom over reaction and peace over chaos, attention fades quickly. Purpose endures. There was a time when you believed you had to prove yourself constantly. You felt pressure to explain your decisions, justify your boundaries, and defend your character against every misunderstanding. But now you are beginning to understand something that only experience can teach. Your life does not need constant explanation when it is guided by truth. Silence can sometimes speak louder than arguments. When people expected you to react, you remained steady. When others tried to provoke you, you responded with patience. That discipline did more than protect your peace. It revealed the intentions of those around you. Manipulation cannot survive in the presence of clarity. When someone cannot control your emotions, they lose their influence over your direction. This is part of the powerful move I made in your life. I did not simply remove certain distractions. I also strengthened your inner foundation. The calm you now carry did not appear overnight. It was formed through seasons of difficulty, moments of disappointment, and times when you felt misunderstood. Each one of those experiences shaped your resilience. You thought those seasons were breaking you, but they were refining you. Fire does not destroy gold. It reveals its purity. In the same way, the challenges you faced revealed strengths you did not know you carried. You discovered that your peace does not depend on perfect circumstances. It grows from a steady trust that your life has direction. Now you see people differently. You recognize the difference between those who genuinely celebrate your growth and those who only supported you when you were easier to control. This awareness is not meant to create distance from everyone. It is meant to guide you toward healthier connections. Not every relationship is meant to travel the entire journey with you. Some people were part of earlier chapters of your life. They helped shape lessons you needed to learn. But as your understanding deepens, your environment must also change. Growth naturally creates new boundaries, and boundaries protect the progress you have made. This is why your peace feels stronger now. You are learning to guard your energy instead of giving it away without reflection. You speak less, but your words carry more weight. You share less, but your intentions are clearer. This quiet confidence is not arrogance. It is alignment. Alignment happens when your thoughts, actions, and purpose move in the same direction. Many people spend their lives reacting to circumstances, but you are learning to move from vision. When you think from the outcome instead of the chaos around you, distractions lose their power. You begin to recognize which opportunities move you forward and which ones only delay your progress. Clarity simplifies decisions. When something does not align with your purpose, you release it without resentment. When something supports your growth, you pursue it with courage. This balance creates stability inside you, and stability is something the world desperately needs. There are many voices competing for attention in every direction. Opinions are loud, emotions run high, but wisdom often arrives quietly. It appears in the pause before a reaction. It appears in the moment you choose patience over frustration. It appears when you listen carefully instead of rushing to speak. That quiet wisdom is guiding you now. Your calm presence has begun to influence others in ways you may not even realize. Some people feel encouraged when they see your discipline. Others feel challenged because your clarity reflects areas where they still struggle. Both reactions are part of growth. You do not need to control how others respond to your transformation. Your responsibility is simply to continue walking in the clarity I have placed inside you. Continue protecting your peace. Continue choosing thoughtful responses instead of emotional reactions. Continue trusting the direction that has been placed in your heart. Transformation is proven in daily decisions. It is proven when you choose patience during stressful moments. It is proven when you refuse to return to habits that once limited your growth. It is proven when you treat your thoughts with care, knowing that your mindset shapes your future. So here is the invitation before you today. Do not allow the world's noise to pull you away from the clarity you have gained. Begin each day with intention. Give your mind space to reflect before rushing into activity. Listen carefully to the wisdom forming within you. If these words resonate with your spirit, and you believe that a new level of clarity is guiding your path, respond with faith. Write Amen in the comments if you are ready to walk forward with wisdom, peace, and purpose. Let that response remind you that growth is not just inspiration, it is action. Carry what you have learned into your conversations, your decisions, and your daily habits. Allow your calm to influence your environment. Allow your discipline to strengthen your future. Because the powerful move I made in your life was never meant to stay hidden inside a single moment. It was meant to shape the way you live from this day forward. And remember this truth as you continue your journey. The greatest transformation is not always the loudest one. Often it happens quietly, within the mind and heart, where wisdom replaces confusion and purpose replaces fear. Keep walking in that clarity. The work within you is still unfolding, and every step you take with intention brings you closer to the life that was prepared for you long before you recognized it.